the idea of making a weekly meal plan give you stress, my very busy working mama friend? Deep breaths. Today, I want to show you how I make my weekly meal plan in 30 minutes or under and on a budget. For the most magical lifestyle tips, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for a little bit of pixie dust in your feed every single week. I am a hyper organized person. I love to-do lists, I'm type A, I'm an Enneagram 3, so weekly meal planning actually brings me joy. I know that's not normal, but it means that I have 4 really good tips for you on how you can start this journey to organization in your life. Tip number 1. The first tool that I use is an app called List Ease. This is not an ad, it's totally free. And the reason why I like it is because it categorizes your groceries into the section of the grocery store where you can find them, which means that when you get to the grocery store to finally do your shopping, it's going to go a lot more efficiently. Budget hack. Not wandering the aisles of grocery stores has saved me quite literally thousands of dollars. Stick to your list. If you can, stick to the perimeters of the grocery store and get out. If you have a hard time doing this, it might be time to ask somebody in your life, if you can, to do this for you. I asked my husband Mark if he would be willing to take on this chore, and I believe it saved me money because I'm not buying things that are tempting to me while I'm there because I'm not the one who's there. For your listing purposes, you can also use Google Keep, which is a free Google app. The only downside of this is that it doesn't categorize your groceries, but it does allow more than one person to add to the list at a time, which means that if you have a family with older children, or in the case where your partner, spouse, someone else in your life is doing the shopping for you, you can all add to and see the list at the exact same time. We have weekly staples in our house, and I've come to learn what these staples are because of the fact that I'm making the list. So things like bananas, yogurt, regular milk, seltzer water, cheese sticks, baby carrots, and hummus all top the list as things that we're going to go through each and every week. So as we get low or run out of those items, I add them to my listies immediately in that moment so I don't forget later. Tip number 2. After you've added your staples, if you know what they are, it's time to grab your calendar, whether on paper or digital. Now you need to look at your schedule. What nights can or would you be willing to make dinner? Do you have meetings? Are there times where your family has to eat apart? Will you make other arrangements for that? So you need to lay out your week and write down which of the nights that you will be making dinner. I tend to do this with a little star, and then I put the recipe that I'm going to make right next to it. Something that has made weekly meal planning for me so much easier is EveryPlate. EveryPlate is a weekly meal service that includes, for us, 3 different meals each week. Now these are servings for 2 people because of my weight loss surgery. If you've been here for a while, you know all about that, but I'll leave more information above if you're interested. So 2 servings is definitely enough for both my husband, myself, and our 5-year-old daughter. She and I tend to split portions. I love that EveryPlate saves me time, money, and I'm not throwing away unnecessary ingredients, so it's also sustainable. We have tried many meal delivery kits, and this tends to be the one I like the most, and the best part is that it's the least expensive. I want to show you the recipes that we get to choose from each week. We go right into the app and the recipes are here week by week. You can make adaptations to these, things like being vegetarian only, but we usually do a mix based on what's offered that week. Have you ever tried a meal kit service before? I tell Mark all the time that if we were millionaires, it would be the thing that I would want most is a daily meal kit delivered. If you have, and there's one that you love, will you tell us in the comments below which your favorite is? We think EveryPlate is wonderful and it works for us, but I'd love to know what works for you. Now, if a meal kit service isn't right for you, it doesn't fit into your budget, you think you're too picky of an eater, there are too many people or too few people in your family for it to make sense, you can use things like cookbooks, which I still have a full cabinet of, the free resource that is the best, Pinterest, of course. And I also use Instagram, shout out Half Baked Harvest. I love her recipes for inspiration, and then I save those in a certain folder in my phone so I can go back and find inspiration for dinners. Now you put those recipes on your actual calendar. What meals will you make on which nights? And now you have a plan. Tip number 3. So now you're going to add those ingredients onto your list, whether your list is on paper, on Listies, on Google Keep, it doesn't matter. It is time to add the ingredients that you need to the list. Then you need to decide when you'll shop. I would recommend not going on a weekend if you can. Afternoons or mornings during the week work, and if you have to go on the weekend, going in the morning is probably best because it's less crowded. If you can, make this a consistent grocery shop day. The more consistent your routine is with building out your list, planning your meals, and shopping, the more organized you will be and feel. We also have a budget of about $75 a week that doesn't include the $39 that we pay to EveryPlate, but the $79 covers everything else, and then if we don't use it, we just keep it in our grocery bank account. Yes, we have a grocery bank account. And then it sits there until it gets used the following week. Tip number 4. Since you're paying for groceries anyway, you might as well get a little reward, right? Another app that I use is called Fetch Rewards. It has a little puppy on it. So if you download this, you take photos of your receipts and upload them totally for free, and then you get rewarded in points. You can then use those points toward gift certificates, or what am I, 100 gift certificates? You can use those points toward gift cards, or now you have the option of donating those points in dollar amounts to specific charities. Fetch also tracks how much money you're spending in the receipts that you scan, so you can get a budgetary overview of what you're spending at the grocery store every week, every month, and annually. And if you use my code in the description box, this is not an ad, it's just something that I do because I love it, then you will get 2,000 points just for being a referral of mine. So that's a huge bonus because once you get past the 10,000 point mark, things start really going up in the dollar bucks. I'm saving my points for something fun like Sephora. I assume you're watching this because you are looking for ways to become more organized this year, and maybe it was one of your New Year's resolutions. If you're all about creating a better, more organized, and magical life for yourself, please check out our free planner in the description box. I'll link the video that I did on this here as well, but it is just that next step in taking your organizational level up. If you like this video, friends, please give it a thumbs up. Yes, right now. Please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed, hit that notification bell, and we will be back with you with more lifestyle tips very soon. Bye, everybody.